What is going on, guys? Welcome back to TV and Me. I am Kevin and this is my reaction review for Season 1 Episode 4 of The Walking Dead. So Christmas has been and gone and it's time to get back into The Walking Dead. I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I've had a bit of a breakaway, like I said in my previous video, with the busyness of Christmas and stuff. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting back into this series. So last time on The Walking Dead we met Daryl, who is the brother of Merle, who is the guy that was left on the roof by the other survivors. He was left on the roof. Daryl wasn't happy that they left him, so he got up a group of people and they went back to the city, Atlanta, to try and rescue him. They got to the roof and if I remember correctly, he'd cut off his hand, hadn't he? So he'd got out the handcuffs, he'd cut off his hand, but we hadn't learned how he'd got off the roof because the door was bolted shut. So maybe we'll learn that in this episode, maybe we'll learn it in the next episode, but hopefully we find out how he escaped from the rooftop. We also met a few new characters. We met Ed, who was the guy that was beating his wife. Yeah, not a nice character. We also met Amy, who was the sister of Andrea, I believe. Have I got that the right way around? I think Andrea's the older sister, and then Amy's the younger sister. And of course we met Carol, which is the wife of the abusive husband, Ed, and his daughter, who is called Sophia. We didn't really see much of her, so hopefully we learn more about her character as well in the coming up episode. Finally, of course, we have Rick and Shane. They've met up again. They're happy to see each other. Also his wife Laurie and his son Carl. But there's a bit of tension there because Shane told Laurie that Rick had died when he hadn't. So I'm guessing, like I said in the previous reaction, that the reason Shane did that was because he didn't want Laurie to suffer and be like constantly wondering where he is. That way she had a bit of closure if she thought he was dead. But it hasn't played out well for Shane. She now hates Shane and blames him. And yeah, I've got a feeling that Rick's going to find out about their relationship while he was apparently dead. But that's about it as far as I can remember. I'm probably forgetting something, but let's just get into the episode. I'm looking forward to getting back into this series. So yeah, let's do this.
Adamant. I mean, you know Dad on the fishing thing.
Gee, you think? I only spent my entire childhood with my ass in a boat. But in my day, it was all about getting the hook seated. You were fishing for the dinner table.
Not us.
So is this before the apocalypse?
Always.
Or are they fishing for the survivors?
I mean, that'd be like changing his religion or something.
People change. It's not his fault we were born 12 years apart.
But you needed to catch the fish, and I needed to throw them back.
All right, remember his rule. No crying in the boat.
Maybe Florida wasn't hit so bad. Maybe it's better there. Do you think?
When the zombie apocalypse happens, it happens everywhere.
So much for the no crying rule.
I think that was more for Dad than the fish.
I won't hesitate. I don't care if every walker in the city hears it.
I mean, you can understand why he's upset. Well, I don't think I can ever do that.
Too dull for the handcuffs.
That creeps me out.
Ain't that a bitch?
What's he going to do with it? Make a necklace out of it? It's like Jamie Lannister all over again. Ah, so there was another door. That makes sense.
You in here?
Who's that? I don't think we've met this guy before.
Jim?
Jim.
You okay?
I tell you, they get 10 out of 10 for makeup on this show. Holy crap. It's disgusting.
To learn to do that.
Our Dad.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Sure. Teach you all about nail knots and stuff. If that's okay.
Well, you won't catch me arguing.
Hey, Dale.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but we may have a bit of a problem.
What is he doing? Is he searching for stuff or is he digging graves? Oh, you know what he's done? He's scorched the end, didn't he? To stop it bleeding.
What's that burn stuff? Skin. He cauterized the stump.
Yep. Smart, but
Told you
really
he's tough.
painful, I bet.
Nobody can kill Merle but Merle. You couldn't kill him. I ain't so worried about some dumb dead bastard. What about 1,000 dumb dead bastards? Different story. You take get him. Daryl, wait! Hands off me! You can't stop me! I don't blame you. He's family, I get that. I went through hell to find mine. I know exactly how you feel.
Why don't you hold up, all right? Just give me a second here, please.
What do you want?
Well, just a little concern, man, that's all.
Dale says you've been out here for hours. So?
So why you digging? What, you heading to China? Jim, what?
Doesn't matter, I'm not hurting anyone.
Yeah, except maybe yourself. It's 100 degrees today.
We think that you need to take a break, okay? But why don't you go get yourself some shade, some food, maybe. I tell you what, maybe a little bit, I'll come out here. I'll help you myself, Jim. Just tell me what it's about. Why don't you just go ahead and give me that shovel?
Or what?
There is no or what. I'm asking you. I'm coming to you and I'm asking you, please.
Then what? Then you're gonna beat my face in like Ed Peltier, aren't you? Y'all seen his face, huh? What's left of it?
He deserved it.
See, now that's what happens when someone crosses you.
That was different, Jim.
You were.
No, please, just give me the... Jim.
Okay. You got no right! Stop! You got no right! Jim, just stop it. Hey. Jim! No. Jim, nobody's gonna hurt you. You hear me? Jim.
It didn't matter. They came out of nowhere. There were dozens of them. I just pulled them right out of my hands. You know, the only reason I got away was because the dead were too busy eating my family.
But instead, all the way around to that alley where you guys are. Whichever direction I go, I got you in both places to cover me. Afterwards, we'll all meet back here.
Hey, kid, what'd you do before all this?
Delivered pizzas? Why?
Stop! Gonna bring the geeks down on us. Answer me.
What the hell was that? Oh, he's got his hat for him. Nice. Oh no. Run, Glenn. Oh. God. Glenn, run. Glenn, run. Glenn. Oh, Glenn. What's happening? It's on his ass. Get off, Glenn. Save him. No, don't take Glenn. Don't. I knew something was going to happen to Glenn. Ah. Oh, shit. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Just give him the guns.
Two options. You come back with Miguel and my bag of guns, everybody walks. Or you come back locked and loaded. See which side spills more blood.
I want mine.
I'm gonna chop up your boy. I'm gonna feed him to my dogs. 3 of the evilest, nastiest, man-eating bitches you ever saw. I picked him up from Satan at a yard sale. I told you how it has to be. Are you willfully deaf?
Felipe! Felipe!
Abuela, go back with the others. Now!
Get that old lady out of the line of fire.
Abuela, listen to your mijo, okay? This is not the place for you right now.
Mr. Gilbert is having trouble breathing. He needs his asthma stuff.
I mean, I ain't got subtitles.
I didn't find it.
Find a missing person. Fella named Glenn.
The Asian boy? He's with Mr. Gilbert. Come. I show you. This is medicine.
Let him pass.
Granny saves the day. Whoop whoop.
We barred all the windows, welded all the doors shut, except for one entrance. The Vatos, they go out, scavenge what they can to keep us going. We watch the perimeter night and day, and we wait. The people here, they all look to me now.
You've given away half our guns and ammo. Not nearly half. For what? A bunch of old farts gonna die off momentarily anyhow? Seriously, how long do you think they got? How long do any of us? Where the hell's our van?
We left it right there. Who would take it?
Merle.
Oh, shit.
He's gonna be taking some vengeance back to camp.
What I say?
Oh, shit.
Brought a toilet paper?
Oh, it's only Ed. It's okay. He's not much of a loss. No! Oh, shit.
Oh God! Oh God!
Fuck. She's gonna have to kill her again as well.
I remember my dream now. Why I dug the holes.
So there we have it, season 1, episode 4, and what a horrible ending. To be honest, the whole episode, because I like the character Glenn, I kept expecting Glenn to die, and when he got kidnapped, I thought that was it for him. Even though I didn't know the character Amy as much, the performance from the other actress at the end there, I think her character's name's Andrea, I'm not sure the actress's name, but God, she sold that moment. That was hard to watch. I guess going forward it's going to be interesting to see how Andrea handles that, whether she'll just check out completely and just maybe go suicidal or something and just give up all hope, or whether maybe her and Rick will get close, like I said, because she did, like I said in the first episode, show some liking towards Rick, and maybe this tragedy will bring them two closer together. Of course Ed died as well, which that didn't bother me at all, because the character, he was just billed as an arsehole. You know, he hit his wife. It's obvious he'd been cruel to his children as well, his daughter, and yeah, that death had no effect on me. I'm glad he's dead. That's one of the arseholes dead that I wanted dead, so not too fussed about him. Talking of arseholes, I actually found myself, this is going to sound strange, actually starting to like Daryl, so he may come off the arsehole list at some point. Just some of the things he said, some of the things he was doing, he seems like he's a good person at his core, but maybe his brother Merle, his older brother, he looks up to him, so he follows in his footsteps and does these horrible things. But I don't know, I'm starting to like the Daryl character. Whether or not he'll turn into a complete arsehole later on, which is a complete possibility, and I'll hate him again, I don't know. But at the moment, he's starting to grow on me. Also in this episode, we met Jim. And at the beginning of the episode, we actually saw him digging holes. And I did say, is he digging graves? It turns out he was. And I don't think he's psychic by any means. I don't think they'd bring that into the show. I think it's just, this world is so doomed, you know, it's basically the apocalypse, and he's just having dreams of people dying, which you're bound to have in a situation like this. And it just so happens he had a dream, and he dug these holes, and then by coincidence zombies stumbled upon the survivors camp and killed a few people. So yeah, I just think it was a big coincidence, and it's a shame. For some reason I don't really trust that Jim. I don't know why, but he seems like he's got something, a screw loose upstairs, which ain't surprising considering the story he told of his family being snatched from his arms, and the only reason he escaped was because they were eating on his family, which must just drive you crazy. Also, we met another group of survivors who actually kidnapped Glenn at the beginning, who I just, like I say, I just thought, great, Glenn's going to die. Because I like a character, he's going to die. But he didn't. I'm thankful for that. And we actually learned that, who was the leader's name? Guillermo. Guillermo was the leader, and they actually turned out to be really nice people. Even though they put on this front of like a gang and a hard group, they were actually looking after elderly people who were abandoned. And yeah, it just goes to show, don't judge a book by its cover. Because they're in these gang clothes and they're like talking the way they are, just don't think that everyone is what they seem. Of course, Merle is on the loose. He's still not turned up. He stole their van, so he's got a vehicle. Whether or not he'll head back to the camp, or he'll just go out on his own and maybe come on back into the series maybe a few seasons down the line, is a complete possibility. I don't know. But my money is on him returning to the camp at some point. Maybe next season, because he's going to want revenge. He seems like the sort of character that wouldn't take it lightly, being abandoned on that roof and left to die and to rot and to just die first in the most horrible way. But I think he's going to take that to heart. He's going to get better, which will take some time. Considering the way he cauterized that stump on his arm. Ooh, that must have been painful as hell. But yeah, I think he's coming back for revenge, and things aren't going to go well. Hopefully Daryl continues on the arc he's on at the minute, where he becomes more likeable, and maybe he'll talk Merle down. But I don't see it happening. I think Daryl looks up to Merle, and he's gonna follow him no matter what. That's about it for that episode. Just a tragedy at the end. Just thinking about it makes me sad. I've got to look up that actress's name actually. I do recognise her face from something else, but I'm not 100% sure what. But just the raw emotion of seeing her, that she lost her sister, and it was her birthday, the sister's birthday, the next day as well. So just double whammy there. So horrible. I guess I better get used to this with it being The Walking Dead. But it's not easy. I didn't even know that character well either, which is shocking. I mean, we learned a bit more about their relationship at the beginning of this episode in the boat, but I didn't know her overly well, so it's going to be even harder when we get later on in the seasons, and oh god, it's going to be horrible. Like I say, that's about it. This will be the only episode this week, unfortunately. This should be coming out on the Friday, which is tomorrow. I'm a bit full of cold at the moment, as you can probably hear in my voice. Hopefully it eases off by next week, and then I can get back to my normal schedule next week of a Tuesday and a Thursday upload. So until then, thank you for watching everyone, and until next time, bye bye.